a monster under my bed, and at my window there's a dragon. I accepted the challenge, it turned me into a savage. I broke a promise to myself again. I don't know why I am so vulnerable. They try to help, but I won't let them in. I guess rock bottom's where I'm comfortable. Both my feet planted when most people would've panicked. I embraced the storm. I found beauty in what was damaged. I'm not afraid of the boogeyman. Instead I look at him like he's a friend. There's not a monster out there in the world that's scarier than the one that's within. There's a creature in my closet, I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
Not to say this, no, but I'm hated, so my religious freaks say I'm the biggest beast and that I made it grow. When I spray this flow, I created more. Creatures are like when I heat up the mic, I'm a breed of the night, but I'm tainted though. By the darkness I'm binded, I sparked it and shined it. They find it cause mine is woe. But that they label me a demon seed, wanna disable, need to see them bleed, hinder me fatally and see them grieve, no. You would not believe the creature inside me. If you deceive, Khalifa's lively. We disagree when people defy me or try to take his. Whatever the fuckery toward them, you don't wanna wake this. You forsake his with a sacred, then it's over no matter what your faith is. I'm a creature.
There's a creature in my closet, I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
Yeah, I managed to get myself in trouble, all of this pain. Yeah, I'm damn in a double dose of liquor's always to blame. If I could keep myself sober, I keep my hands to myself. I take a shot and it's over, that's how I end up in hell. I hope I don't pass it down to my offspring. They get everything from their daddy, feel like I'm addicted to all things. There's no reason to change, gone too far now. And I'm stuck in my ways, back at the bar now. They say I'm a virgin, they right, I ain't perfect, I so when I'm thirsty and perking and purposely searching for something that's hurting me, so I just can't back up and go. I just back out of it slow, that's how it go. I like to back out the hole, and next like I don't know. Okay. I think they be laughing at me, hands be grabbing at me. Feel like God let it happen to me, dad be blasphemy, and these be a tab naturally. Okay, yeah. I think I better let it go. Either that or I gotta let it know. I can't do that.
There's a creature in my closet, I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
His brother died at the age of 5. His sister's been sick for the longest time. He's falling apart, but he's holding it together. He doesn't wanna let go. His daddy's not around, so he's got no one to follow. He gets out of school and he walked home alone. He goes to bed scared, only worries comes tomorrow. He doesn't wanna let go. He draws a tear, then he wipes it away, 'cause nobody Nobody's there to tell him it'll be okay. He's lost all his hope, he's all on his own. He's thinking he might let go. But hold tight to the good that you have left. It gets better, but you just don't see it yet. The days are long and the nights even longer. But hold on, you can make it much farther. All hope is gone and you're crying on the ground. You pray to God, asking why'd he let you down. You said, do you even care? Why did you do this? Are you even there? Or should I just let go? A cold winter night in the streets all alone. He puts on a jacket and tries to stay warm. He's falling apart, but he's holding it together. He doesn't want to let go. A few years have passed in the blink of an eye. Oh, they go so fast, he just tries to survive. Walking around, only looking for a home. He doesn't want to let go. He draws a tear, then he wipes it away. 'Cause nobody's there to tell him it'll be okay. He's lost all his hope, he's all on his own. He's thinking he might let go. But hold tight to the good that you have left. It gets better, but you just don't see it yet. The days are long and the nights even longer. But hold on, you could make it much farther. All hope is gone and you're crying on the ground. You pray to God, asking why'd he let you down. You said, do you even care? Why did you do this? Are you even there? Or should I just let go? Should I just let go? He draws a tear, then he wipes it away. 'Cause nobody's there to tell him it'll be okay. He's lost all his hope, he's all on his own. He's thinking he might let go. But hold tight to the good that you have left. It gets better, but you just don't see it.
Alright, I think it's better now.
The days are long and
I'm gonna turn this music down.
But hold on, you could make
I'm coming.
further. All hope is gone and you're crying on the
Alright, where's my music?
You pray to God, asking why'd he let you down. You said, do you even care? Why did you do this? Are you even there?
Alright, I'm coming. Just gotta shut this off. Let me find my button here. Alright, thank you. We got a lot of announcements, it looks like, from Chaotic. I apologize about that. As soon as I started naturally, there was some sirens. So I hope you can hear me now. We're going to just pick up where we left off yesterday, but I just got to make sure I got everything ready here. I know when we left off, we went to one of her ex-boyfriends. We did all three of his. So I'm going to go, I went right where we left off, I think, after a few screenshots. So let's see. I'm not very good navigating the TikToks. Also, I want to say hello to you. Let's see. What do you got going on? A nail contest soon? Okay. Let's need more votes for the horror contest. Pimp out the votes. Let's see. Oh yeah, testing. Can y'all hear me first of all? Let me go back over and make sure you can hear me before I start this shit. Can y'all hear me? Check. I know my microphone doesn't always cooperate. Oh, actually, I could test on my earbud. Check. Yep, you can hear me. I forgot I could. Oh, of course, now that's going to die, right? All right, 1 second. Yeah, something's going on in the hood. There was all kind of sirens, of course, right next to me, like the next street over. It sounded like. I thought maybe I was going to jail, but it's not Wednesday. We don't go to jail unless it's Wednesday. Okay, let's see. Let's see where we are here. I guess anyone else that was following it yesterday could just jump in because, you know, I don't want to hold you up in case somebody else is going on. I don't know if you got anything planned. Let me know if you do, Katie, if you're still in here. All right, how the frig do I scroll up here? It doesn't look like I'm in the right spot to scroll. Nope, I'm going to have to go right all the way to her post and find tomorrow. Okay.
I wanted to come on here and kind of
oh, wow, we got a lot
share my
more.
experience with Brepowers after
I
seeing
wish it didn't automatically play like that. It's
everyone
so annoying.
posting their
Please bear with me. We're getting there.
experiences with her.
I think we are right. I'm going to be skipping the screenshots, of course. I think we're right here. Is this another screenshot? Then we're going to go right up.
Whoa.
Let me take the pin comment off.
Whoa.
You are crazy. Back up.
Yeah, I am fucking crazy.
Dude, that was Brianna Powers. I am Azizel, I'm sorry. Right.
Damn.
The
I might
guy
play that again.
Dude, I said 2015, but I really don't remember. Could be 15, could be 14, could be something. It's been a long time. But we were both in
I think she likes fighting.
And we were both in cooking class. One time in high school, Brianna gets too drunk off of moonshine liquor or something.
Moonshine.
She collapsed by the curb. I see her and I see some people that I'm not going to drop their names because I do not want to ruin their lives. But they wanted to do some things to her. I objected. I picked up Brianna Powers, put her in her car, drove her to her foster dad's home. That gave her a little bit of security. So after we graduated high school, Brianna turned 18 and she started escorting. One of her videos, she was talking about how she got a security job. It was not a security job. It was a driver. And she was an escort. And I'm not proud of that fact, but that's life. She was hitting me off
So it sounds like after she graduated high school, he said, because they went to school together, she became an escort.
Facebook every now and then since 2015, whenever she has a problem. So I was basically the physical and emotional support guy. And she said, if you don't, then I'm going to off myself. Kid you not. It's because I would go to her house so she doesn't off herself. Our life were completely separate and we were kind of in touch. It was basically the same trend. Whenever
So she allegedly used him for emotional support, and anytime she got into any kind of danger, she would call him. If she needed money, she would call him. If she needed help out of a situation, she would call him. From what I'm hearing, allegedly.
Brianna is in bad trouble and she's in a very bad mental state, or she needs some help, she would hit me up and I would be there for her. Come 2020, when she mysteriously becomes obsessed with me. And don't hear from me. I'm going to put a video of someone else that says that.
And that the father of that child didn't want to have anything to do with it, but she was obsessed with this Arab guy. And she claimed that this Arab guy, Aziz, wouldn't have anything, so as long as she was pregnant.
She becomes obsessed with me. In January and February, hanging out a little bit more. That was with her child and got divorced with this guy, and she was exes with this other she was fighting with. It was a whole thing going on. So she basically was rebound, right? Look, I got out of a relationship. I'm not ready for a relationship at all, but we can be friends. So we are friends because sooner or later, those requests started to become more explicit and more sexual. Now it's June, July of 2020, and we're in this toxic situationship that I've been desperately trying to get out of, but I cannot get out of because every time I try to get out of, Brianna says that she will off herself again. And I'll show you a bunch of evidence. Don't worry. I'm human. So I started developing a connection with Bria. I started to, develop some feelings. And in December, I think, or November of that year, we decided to give it a shot. I said, okay, I'll take you on a date. So took her on a date. Worst decision of my life. It was horrible. Okay. Well, that's late. Okay. But a few days later, we started to get into problems again. but it was Thanksgiving coming up, and I didn't want to leave her alone because she had huge problems with her family and she had nobody to spend Thanksgiving with. So I gathered a bunch of friends and we made a Friendsgiving for her. I brought a turkey, cooked it for her. It was
A
really good.
Friendsgiving, how sweet.
Then we got back to our usual fights, and Christmas comes around, and she has nobody to celebrate Christmas with. So I bring her over to my family, to my house, we celebrate Christmas. Then it was New Year's, same thing. I went to my friends to Vegas, and she came with, and it was a constant. I'm depressed. I'm sad. I have nobody. I'm getting off myself if you don't celebrate with me type situation. And I was like forced all of the time
Threats,
to
threats,
be around her.
threats.
Comes 2021 when everything
Blackmail.
collapses. To be very precise, it's January 9th, 2021. Me and Brianna get into an altercation, then it becomes verbal, and then it becomes physical. And she proceeds to beat the living shit out of me.
Just hit me again.
Yeah, and?
What do you mean?
Yeah, and what, bitch?
You can't keep hitting me.
Yes,
saying
I
what?
fucking can.
And you
You
can't.
deserve it.
And you can't.
You deserve
threaten-
it.
I kid you not. Look, it's not easy for me to admit these things, right? I'm a grown ass man. I come from a very rough childhood, from a war zone. Like, it's not easy for me to sit over here and tell you that I got beat up by a woman, right? But I was raised not to put my hand, not to raise my hand on a woman. So I basically sat there and took it. Until I got sick of it and I just wanted to leave. And on my way, trying to walk out, she was chasing me, hitting me, bashing my head, ripping my clothes. It was January.
This whole thing reminds me very much, all I can think of, and I did right away too, was sort of Amber Heard vibes, you know? Very Amber Heard, Johnny Depp vibes.
I pulled out my phone. I tried calling 911 multiple times. She wrestles my phone out of my hands. I was successful. I called 911. She got scared. She let me go. By the time I got outside, I was barefoot. My shirt had been ripped. I was in my undershirt, which was ripped. So, was Jordan police come? They respond. They tell me what's going on. I told them, hey, this, and that happened. I don't want to press charges. I don't want her to go to jail. Which was really stupid on my part. But in my mind, I'm like, this
would have been good for
I have no idea what's
documentation.
going on. Okay, I just don't know. All right, I'm stupid. I told them I just want my stuff back. I'll show you the police reports and also the record from the 911 call. Everything is documented. No, put a note here because this is going to be important later. Few days after that, Brianna goes berserker mode. I think it was January 13th. Don't believe me? Look at KSL News. I think it was January 13th when she assaults two people at a salon because it was COVID and she doesn't want to wear the mask. Now, she's going to tell you a bunch of things.
And that is a news article, which I actually have pulled up too. I'll show you later, maybe. She's going to court for that too, for assaulting people over a mask. So, yeah, she's facing court this month. Actually, oh, she's in court today, actually. It's the first, right? Yes, she has court today. She has 6 court appearances in October, like I said yesterday. And thank you for the few people that did make it today, because I realize this isn't the most, what would I say, popular content in the drama community, but I was just trying to, you know, do something different. And I got stuck in this rabbit hole, so I wanted to share it with some of you. I knew some of you would like it. And how could you go in a rabbit hole and not complete it? You know, I just had to finish it. Let's continue.
Things about, oh, the guy fell
Yes,
45 years. I know the truth.
I have the website. Oh, shit. You know what, actually? Oh, shit, I forgot there's a couple things I wanted to stream, too. So Diddy has like 100 victims that supposedly came forward in this whole class action lawsuit, 100 new victims. There's supposed to be a press conference for that, and I don't know if that just happened, but I just got some sort of notification. I might have to veer off and stream that, because it's a big deal. I stream that, and then the sheriff, the whole sheriff that shot the judge, he's got court today too, I believe. I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what do I do? What do I even do in a situation like this? I want to see all of the stuff, you know? So if anyone sees the link or wants to put the link for me in Discord that I could stream that, I might have to mix up the content because I don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss that Diddy stuff. Oh, hey, Peachy. I hope you feel better. What do I even do in a situation like this? I don't want to miss the Diddy press conference. 100 new victims. What the hell, bro? Okay. I'll continue for now, but we might have to pop off to that.
Then she proceeds to assault the police officer. I think she spat on him, so she got disorderly conduct and then resisting arrest, and she attacked
Assaulting
the
a
police. And
police
there's a
officer.
pattern with the Brianna attacking the police. You'll notice that when she comes back to my left, she hits a bunch of my family, and she says, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I just want to talk to you. I'm in trouble." Then during that time, also she was getting kicked out of her house, Madison.
Oh,
the girl,
maybe
she
my
made a video
camera
about that.
works
We can
now.
lines up.
Which one's
So
my...
she was like, "Please, I just need a friend. I know I did that. I'm really sorry. Just help me move, or help me with this case, or help me. And my better side took over again. And I said, okay, I'm gonna help her with this, but I'm never gonna be back with her at all. No, I do help her. It was disastrous. First, we're gonna move in together with some friends because we have business together, and then that didn't work out. And then
Oh, it works.
I really wanted Brie to leave me alone, and we all know how that turns out when I want her to leave me alone. She won't.
Chaotic, want to see what I'm working on?
Parents' house. She's
Okay, watch the
things
screen.
At my porch, she threatened my father to
Oh,
spit in
wait.
his face.
No, wrong
She
one.
threatened my brother, my
Dang
sister.
it.
She got charged with harassment, and she got ordered to
Wrong
not
one.
contact
Wrong one.
Ansari's family again. That didn't work out. She still did.
Gotta find the
One
right
time when I
layout.
was trying to help her move, we also got into a fight. She wanted to get sexual. I did not want that. We got into a fight again. She proceeded to hit me again. I ran into the car. She jumps on top of the car, kicks my. She tried to kick my windshield, and she tried
Check
to
it
get
out.
into the car through the windshield. It was insane. And she didn't go away until I called the
I
cops.
gotta paint
again.
these little guys.
No, this time I said this is it. There's no me and Brianna anymore.
I gotta make horror
No
mask and
friends.
eyeballs. I got one
No
started.
nothing. No more favors.
You like my little eyeballs? And my Mike
Then
Myers?
the weirdest thing ever happens.
Ah, hell no. Now I got a phone call.
Whoa.
Hey,
What?
hey,
Call
hey.
me crazy,
Whoa.
bitch.
Whoa.
Call
You
me
are
fucking
crazy. Back off.
Yeah, I am fucking crazy.
That was Brianna Powers. And Aziz, her ex.
Hey, hey.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Call
You
me
are
fucking
crazy. Back off.
Yeah, I am crazy.
You, hey.
That was Brianna Powers. And I am Aziz Ansari, her ex.
My For You page this morning was taken over by Brepowers, and in the few videos I saw, no one has talked about the fact that a couple years ago she went to a tanning salon. I worked there at the time, but I wasn't there when this happened. And she got in an altercation and then punched a customer that was standing up for one of the employees. And when she went to leave, she tried running that person over with her car. Like, why are we not talking about this? News article. My For You page.
You know, and
Sorry, I got knocked off the panel. Okay, hope you can hear me. I'm gonna have to stop screen. I have no idea. Yeah, it must have been the layout that I chose when I was trying to show you guys the pictures of my little miniature horror things. Okay, so it's there, but can you still hear it? I mean, I paused. Yeah, customer. Teeny little masks. They're so cute and little. Now I have to paint all the hair and the hair on the Mike Myers and the little details, and I'm like, it's reminding me of the Ernie masks. I'm making little Ernie masks. I'm gonna put them on, like, I can make them for like little Barbie dolls and shit, and like friggin' the Snoop on the Stoop, Elf on the Shelf. Let's horror them all out with my masks. Okay, let me go back over to this side. I don't know if I already showed this because I tried to play 3 in a row yesterday, so this might be a repeat because I wanted to do this guy's story all together because he had like 3 or 4 clips. Let's see.
I'm holding the guy. I'm like, because I know does she.
This is when she chased him.
That you get physical, and then she calls the cops on.
Look at her. She's chasing them.
Stop the guy. I'm like, hey, don't put your hands on her. Be very careful. Be very careful. 2 people watch this. The guy's name Gabriel. I'm not gonna say their last name. I also do not want to expose them. But it's a couple.
Yes.
They see me. They're like, hey, dude, get in the car. We'll drive off. We get in the car. We try to drive off. Bree chases after us. Now we have.
I'll show him to you again
Mormon
soon.
Maniac terrorizing Salt Lake City before GTA 6, bro. What?
Look at the psycho.
Multiple times while yelling, "Give me my man back! Give me my man back!"
So many possibilities.
And I'm not even exaggerating. Like, she really tries to run us over.
Oh my god!
It gets so out of hand that people start
Psycho.
pulling out their phones and everyone starts recording her. She sees that, she panics, and she goes back to her apartment.
How about your
By the
horror
time
display?
that she was back, the cops were already there. They grab her.
Hey, Chaotic, how about the horror display with like your little miniature tombstones and shit? I mean, so much. I could put a loop on the back of them that could be threaded through a shoelace, like on a shoe. They could be. There's so many things, really. I'm making the eyeballs because I'm taking jars and like recycling them, and I carved like this octopus thing. Wait, we have to take a tour. Hold on a second. Let me go back over here. Let me see. I'm trying to learn how to do this. So let me go back for a second. I just gotta find the right one. We're pausing for a moment. Oh, okay. So I took like the jars because I got the idea, I think, from somebody on here to recycle the jars. And I have a whole bunch of old baby food jars. So I put a blob of clay on this and I started carving after I baked it, like this octopus kind of creature. And it's not painted or anything, so I'm gonna add more to it. But I'm gonna make it like the tentacles, like with the eyeballs on it and shit. So I got all these eyeball blanks, and then I have to paint them and add like resin in it to make it like, turn into an eyeball. I don't think you can really see the detail stuff on it, but yeah. And then I got these little teeny-eeny masks. Little scream masks. Those will be fun. It's kind of hard to see. Ah, the press conference! Somebody give me the link. Why is it blurry? Is there a way I can do this? I'm still figuring out how to do this. Alright, whatever. I'll figure that out. Anyways, I'm painting all that shit. And still carving it and all that shit. Yeah, I'm making shit. Like, I know you like the shit, so it's Halloween. You're making me Halloweenish. We need to stream the press conference. Somebody please put me the link in Discord, please. I'm going to have to take a detour. Just bear with me while I look. Because I need to see that, okay? I'm going to find it. I can't miss this. I'm stream Ichabel just because I don't have anything ready. I know he's got it. I see Pascal's on. Where are you, Ichabel? I know you must be streaming. Just give me a minute here. Okay, we're just going to have to type it in. Just bear with me. I don't want to miss the presser. That's a lot of victims. Imagine 100 more people came. He's already on here. I just don't want to miss the... All right, it started, so I got to rewind it. Or is that Nancy Grace? All right, I don't like mixing content with content like this, but I feel like I have no choice. We got Nancy Grace. I'm just scrolling for the presser. Just give me a minute. So they're all allegedly in this big class action lawsuit. I don't know if this is the... Okay, it's at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. They're just doing like a hype before it. Oh, man. I wish I could do 2 at once. Nope. All right, we're going to stay what we're doing. The press conference is at 2. We'll come back. I thought I missed it. Let's finish this, and I'll try to stop getting ADD. Yeah, I looked at a few channels. They're kind of reviewing other content before the presser, but I'll just do the press part. Okay, here we go.
They arrest her. They charge her with domestic violence, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and they giving a protective order against her that is still active to this day. And you think that hasn't ended it, right?
Seriously, yeah, like she does.
She said, "Shut the fuck up and mind your own business before I come beat your ass, bitch." She's an angry elf.
Fetishes and stuff. I agreed to do things like that, like be choked out by him.
Okay.
I just hugged him, like he made me feel safe. And he was like,
Alrighty then. Next.
My for
You know,
Oh
and
wait, did I
I'm
miss anyone?
holding
My For You page this morning was taken over by Brepowers, and in the few videos I saw, no
Oh
one has
crap!
talked about the fact that a couple years ago she
I didn't
went
realize
to
I
a
forgot to
tanning
change
salon.
the screen. Dang it! Hold on a second. Sorry guys. I keep forgetting when I'm showing the artwork to switch back. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm gonna start this one over at least. I'm not good with the
My
TikToks.
For You page
This is
this
the
morning
first for
was
me.
taken over by Brepowers, and in the few videos I saw, no one has talked about the fact that a couple years ago she went to a tanning salon. I worked there at the time, but I wasn't there when this happened, and she got in an altercation and then punched a customer that was standing up for one of the employees. And then when she went to leave, she tried running that person over with her car. Like, why
What
are we
the
not talking about
fuck?
this? Like, there's a news article.
He punched a customer. Wait a minute. Is that the news article I have? Let me just let me quickly look for a second because I do have a couple things. No, I have the mask one. Let me see what the Reddit one is. Okay, I wish I had that article pulled up. I don't think I have that specific article. The only article I have is the Utah woman. All right, I'll try to look for it when I play. I'll just go back to this. Let me just go back to the... I'm pretty sure I have it in my notes on my phone, though. I'd have to send it. We'll just play this.
My For You page this morning was taken over.
you know, and I'm holding the guy. I'm like, because I know what Ray does. She aggravates you to the point that you get physical, and then she calls the cops on you, where she
I
says,
feel like I just saw
so
this
I'm
one.
trying to stop the guy. I'm like, hey.
Seriously.
Yeah, we saw this one. This is weird. Ah! Look what it is! Wait a minute. What is going on? That's an insult.
You know, and
It's a chaotic
I'm holding the guy.
Halloween. Wait a second. Let me go back to that. That shit's funny. What is going on? Who did that to her? We skipped screen shoots. All right, we've seen that guy.
So I've gone down Brepowers rabbit hole, and I found some very interesting information about this woman.
That's an insult to my artwork.
And a lot of like the stories that I've heard say that you can look up things online about her, different news stories. Well, I went to Utah's like court hearing page and typed in her name, and yeah, I'd like to share with everybody. Also, all of this is public information. I didn't do anything wrong, so here we go. Also,
Before she starts, the masks, the little masks that I made, they're for reference. They're about the size of a quarter, if that helps. Sort of, maybe a little bit taller than a quarter, but a little skinnier than a quarter.
Has 6 upcoming court cases or court hearings in October alone, and it was just October, but still like 6 in 1 month is kind of a lot.
Yeah.
So this girl gonna be busy. So the first 3 are the 1st of October, and they all take place at 8:30, but all 3 of these are completely different days, which is crazy.
I have all of them pulled up too.
I wonder if it's just because it's state of Utah versus her, so they all did it on the same day, maybe. So first one is a felony. Well, it's state felony, it says, and it's 2 Class A misdemeanors. And it's aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, failure to stop at command of law enforcement. And that was April 9th of last year. And this one says it's a domestic violence related case.
If that's today, she might go to jail today, right? Those are pretty serious charges.
Also, I wrote all of these down because I didn't want to forget nothing.
Going to jail today.
The second one It looks like it's a class A misdemeanor, reckless endangerment, and that one was January 18th of 2020. Which I don't know why they're doing this one so far out, because this was 4 years ago. I understand like the ones that took place last year or this year, but 2020 was like so crazy. That was such a long time ago. I wonder if it's because like COVID related, maybe. Okay, third one. It's a third degree felony, and it's a violation of a protection order, and that one was
That's
May
no
8th
good.
last year. Fourth one. Also, a lot of these get crazier the more that I go.
Wait a minute. Violation of a protection order from last May? That's a lot of these are dated. So, I mean, I can't believe it takes so long to go to court for some of these. That's nuts.
Through the list. So,
Poor Mikey.
The fourth one. It's okay, October 4th is when her hearing is at 10, and it's Orm City versus her.
Might be in jail by then.
It's 1 Class A, 3 Class B misdemeanors, a Class C, and 2 infractions. So it's disorderly conduct within 5 years, interfering with peace officer, threat of violence, criminal trespassing,
shit.
notice against entry, use of handheld device while driving, improper left turn, and tailgate violation. And a lot of these, like the wording is just how it was worded on.
They just wanted to
the
get her on
site that
everything.
I got it off of, which was literally just Utah court hearings and her name. Okay, the fourth one.
Let me think.
The fifth one is going to be October 9th at
Mini
9:30
Halloween
in
pills.
City versus her. This one's a Class B misdemeanor, and it was electronic communication harassment, and that was September 6th of last year. Now, the final one, which was super crazy when I was reading it, because it was a lot. So it's October 16th. This one's going to be a virtual hearing, I guess, which I don't know why, because this one seems like the biggest one. Like it was a lot of stuff that she did. So I don't know why they made this one virtual, but it's Hurricane City versus her. Maybe like the distance. So she has 4 Class B misdemeanors and 6 infractions. That's 10 things she did all on one day.
Damn, bitch.
So DUI first offense in 10 years, brake light, or it says brake light reflectors.
She's got a lot of charges. She's screwed.
Reckless driving, failure to keep controlled substance in original container.
Oh, that's a bad one.
Identity, vehicle mirror, left mirror.
Watch me
Disorderly
think.
conduct, refuse to comply with police order. No valid license expired. Driving without registration. License plate removed from registered vehicle used on another. And that was April 24th of last year. So I think we've learned some things here.
Thinking on it, Chaotic.
All of her court hearings, I think. One is, I guess, if you're going to go on a date with somebody or move in with somebody or like, I don't know, just start to become friends with somebody and they seem nice at first, maybe just like Google your state and the court hearings and then type their name in. And
we'll do that.
And then you can kind of just see what their history looks like if they have one. Also,
we will do that in a moment.
It just kind of validates all the stories that I've heard. You know, like all these people are saying that like she's done these horrible, awful things to these people. And I feel for these people that have had to deal with her. But it just kind of like validates them and validates what they're saying and like kind of makes their stories all completely credible, which I didn't say anybody was lying about their interaction with her because that's kind of crazy to lie about. But like everything that she's going to court for backs everything up. So, you know, also, I do hope she gets help and hopefully maybe like she can realize like with all 6 of these hearings that she has, maybe this will be like a wake-up call for her. Well, maybe not, but hopefully she'll wake up and realize like maybe she does need things that she has to work on and within herself, and she's had a hard life, like find a new therapist and, you know, work through those things.
Try some new techniques or medications,
I don't
maybe.
think that's going to happen, but maybe. Who's to say? But yeah, so do with that information what you will. Type your state, type the person's name, court hearings, and you can kind of just like fall down that rabbit hole. So yeah, okay.
It kind of sucks because
I've gone
oh,
down.
let me pause this. I mean, I'll pull up that court stuff. It sucks. There's a couple of people that wanted to see this, but I know one of them was on a different time zone from yesterday. And I do not see them. I know I'm totally out of the algorithm. I haven't been on much, and this, again, isn't the most desirable content for this sector of YouTube. But let me see. Is this... Oh, I forgot to share. Do we see all the court cases? Since she was talking about all the court cases, I thought we should take a look because, yeah, today she's in court. All right, we have State of Utah versus Brianna, Caitlin Powers. Let's see the full... This is a competency hearing? Yeah, try a different medication or something. You got to do something, girl. Be trying to run people over, punching out customers. I'm waiting for this to load to see the details of today. All right, this is today. She was due to be in at 8:30 for a... It says competency hearing, state felony. We have third-degree felony, aggravated assault, Class A misdemeanor, reckless endangerment, Class A misdemeanor, failure to stop at command of law enforcement. Oh, shit. It says case involves domestic violence. I mean, I don't know how many times she's been in court previous to this month, but this could piss off. I mean, to me, I'm not in the practice of law or anything, obviously, but I would think even these charges could get you some kind of sentence, whether it's a minimal sentence, whether it's some sort of community service, probation. I don't know, man. It says this is only one of them. Failure to stop for law enforcement, reckless endangerment, and aggravated assault. That's not good. And this is only today. So she was doing at 8:30. Let's see. It's an in-person hearing, okay? Because I think there's a couple. Let me take a look then before I go back to the clip of the court stuff. One. This one's also... Oh, okay. There's a few different things. Let me on this one. Okay, this is just measurement citation. I don't know if they're listed them all. Comparing 4 October 4th, a few more days. Oh shit. She's got court this week. This one is in person also. Oh shit, look at all these charges. Remember the Sonic Witches Brew / float is available. Okay, I don't know what that is. It sounds like something you'd like. All right, let's go up a little higher so you can see. We have disorderly conduct within 5 years, 2 or more violations, interfering with a peace officer, threat of violence, criminal trespass, notice against entry, use handheld device while operating a vehicle, improper left turn, taillight violation. So we got 2 infractions, a Class C misdemeanor, 3 Class B misdemeanors, and a Class A. I am not familiar with all the different classes of misdemeanor, but yeah, it doesn't look good. So that's on the 4th. Couple more days, she goes back. Oh, we got one on the 9th. Did I just see the 9th? Oh, this is a pre-trial bench warrant. She's got one next week, too. Oh, shit. You're going to be seeing a lot of court this month. This is electronic communication harassment. Warrant issued. Oh, she's already got a warrant. I didn't realize this was a warrant. So when she went to court today, then theoretically she's already got a warrant. Yes? Correct? Is that how I'm reading this? I'm no expert, but to me that looks like she went to court today with a warrant, and I don't know how they chose to deal with it. However, I know she's breaking some of the protective orders against her and harassing people, so this is probably what it is, because it says electronic communication harassment. And she was already told by the judge not to contact that person, as alleged by one of the TikTok videos. I don't know if we've seen it yet. I've seen it, but I don't know if I've showed it to you guys yet. But you will see it, because I'm trying to get through all those rest of those TikToks to get over with this rabbit hole, and then give you all the links if anyone wants to follow it. Let's see. And then we have the 16th. This says misdemeanor DUI. Oh, shit. I think she's in trouble. Oh shit, look at all this. All right, we got driving under the influence, first offense in 10 years. I mean, I don't know about Utah. They don't deal with that here in Massachusetts. They just take your shit, okay? They're very strict here about driving under the influence. I don't know about all y'all states, but they take your shit. They take your license. They ain't fucking around here anymore. She might be in jail today because we have all the little things like brake light. I think she was probably bitchy to the cops and they probably wrote her up for everything because we have brake light reflectors, reckless driving, failure to keep controlled substance in original container, failure to disclose identity, so she wouldn't say who she was, vehicle mirror, no left mirror, disorderly conduct, refused to comply with a police order, no valid license. Oh shit, driving without registration. License plate removed from registered vehicle and used on another. So she swapped a plate out on her car. She wasn't registered. She doesn't even have a license. Her license is expired. Oh, I think she might be in jail today. You know what? Maybe I'll check it out later. Let's see. Let me see. How do I share this? I would like to just put this in the chat and you can all look at it at your leisure if you want. If I have to, I'll just do it on my phone since I have the link in there. It's kind of hard to figure out the links here. For me on my laptop, I'm not, very savvy. Yeah, I'll do it on my phone. How about that? That's fucking crazy. I'm going to go back to the TikTok. Just let me know. I think she's probably in jail today. I'm going to do a sound check before I move on to the next one. I know we already saw this because sometimes when I switch back, I lose sound. So can you let me know if you can hear this lady when I press play?
Powers rabbit hole. And I found some.
So just give me a thumbs up if you heard or something, and then I'll switch.
Surviving.
Ooh, this one's good. This lemon person has a couple good stories. Okay, thank you. Here we go. Hey, GM Lovely. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Yeah.
Okay, so my For You page has been really blowing up. With a specific individual who I used to be friends with for approximately 3 years. And everyone always told me wait till you get to your third year of friendship with her, like, you're going to see her true colors. And
I think a few people mentioned that, and I mentioned that yesterday from all the TikToks that I've watched on this chick. Everybody that's been longer, friends with her for at least 3 years, they say that by the third year, this is when the crazy comes out. This is when she flips on you. This is when she robs you. There seems to be a pattern there, alleged pattern by all these people, and this is what this lady is also confirming. The third year, shit went down.
even though I already did, I was in denial in a sense. And I don't know, we shared the same zodiac sign, and I don't know, I just thought that we just trauma bonded, honestly.
I think she's probably in jail.
And our birthdays were super close together, obviously, just literally like a couple days apart. And we started hanging out. I met her through one of my friends, and Bree had actually had a split eye from her and she had a split eye open. And I don't know, I just felt like I was a dancer at that time. I just barely started dancing, and she was an escort. And I don't know, we would just hang out sometimes. She would always call me, have 10-15 stories about things that were going on in her life. And I mean, shit, I did too, we just kind of became close that way. But over the years, things had gotten crazier. She had actually, I feel like she was constantly trying to actually get me drunk and actually take advantage of me.
Oh shit! I missed that one
She
yesterday.
also would try to take pictures of me.
Predator.
That's constantly like when I was in my underwear.
That's predatorial.
Whatever, like just constantly trying to record me and post me, and it kind of was like annoying and frustrating because she was always trying to record me no matter what.
And towards I would say it was middle end of 2018.
Damn, what'd she try to do to her?
She reached out to me and told me that she was pregnant and asked me if I could be a part of her gender reveal. So I went to the appointment for finding out what the gender of the baby was. And she was about 5.5 months pregnant. I'm pretty sure this time I have a picture to prove. And
again, like I said yesterday, in case you missed it, there was a part 1. All these people allegedly seen her when she was pregnant, participated in pregnancy activities such as gender reveals, baby showers, and such. And it's alleged that she went to Mexico and had a very late term abortion. I'm not sure how this could be done. It sounds like, to me, it's murder. If a baby is already ready to come out of the womb breathing, that's a whole... No. This baby would have survived right out of the womb and somebody could have adopted the baby. So I don't understand.
throughout this process,
Fully developed.
she was engaged with someone else while she got pregnant. Apparently they want a break or whatever. And she was obsessed with Bezos. And that's not who got her pregnant, though. That was who she was engaged to. Some other guy on one of her pictures, on one of her TikToks, you can see she posts a bunch of her exes. It's the big, tall guy that's actually the father's dad. And she had gotten pregnant, and I don't know, I feel like she had never even wanted the baby to begin with. She would always complain about certain things or whatever, and I don't know. I just feel like she was constantly obsessed with Bezos, even though she was pregnant with some other dude's guy. And I think in her mind, if she maybe got rid of this baby,
hey, Abby,
she could be with Bezos. So she decided at 30 weeks pregnant. I say full term because if the baby would have
been
full
term.
born, it
That
would
is
have
full
lived
term.
by itself, literally. Like,
the lungs were
the baby would have
developed.
lived. It was a girl, by the way. And
it's disgusting.
She flew to New Mexico, asked me to go with her to do this,
New Mexico.
and I couldn't. Morally, I couldn't, and I was just trying to be her good friend at that time. Like, I was kind of like, I still am surprised that I even was her friend during that time. It kind of like really pisses me off, and I have like deep guilt inside. And that's the only reason why I'm even bringing this up today, is for that little girl.
How could they do that? I don't understand.
That, thank God, dodged a bullet from her parent. And she went to New Mexico and got a...
Abby, I'm sorry to hear that. And that's one thing I was worried about. I tried to say trigger warning, but I didn't remember that lady was going to talk about this because I know this must be absolutely heartbreaking to some. And I knew there'd be other people that have lost babies and such. And I can't understand. I just can't. This is the thing that bothers me the most about this. So I'm sorry that happened to you and that you have to listen to something like this because it's just absolutely horrific.
I would say full term.
Oh, hey, Half Pint. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
at the baby was fully grown. She was pregnant and she went to get a DNC.
I don't
A
understand.
Swiss Martian.
Lilo, I don't know why that could happen or somebody could do something like that. I don't understand why the baby, they could have just C-section and removed the baby and somebody would have adopted, been happy to. I just don't understand.
And a week and a half, 2 weeks later, no more than 2 though, she
course,
went
Abby.
to Miami and she got a BBL.
Everyone, yeah, and then did you hear that? And then she went right to Miami after that, shortly after, and got a BBL, Brazilian butt lift. Hello? Really? Unfriggin' real. Nah, the more people, the better that should friggin' confront this. This is not right.
But that was just her, and like, I don't know, she just kind of like laughed it off, like whatever, you know. So, fast forward to March of 2020, she hits me up, and because, you know, I'm dancing, she says, I can't renew my escort license because here in Utah you have to have an SOB license to escort or dance or anything. And apparently she lied to me at that time. I did not know that this was the truth until actually what it doesn't even matter. So she had hit me up saying, I can't get my license. I can't renew my license. So I'm like flat broke. Can you take me to Vegas and teach me how to dance? Because I really need to make some money. So I was like, and I have about also 4 to 5 people that could vouch for me to this day.
Her last name is Powers. Bree, B-R-E, Powers. I think her real name is Brianna. It's in the court document. Let me see. But she goes by Bree with one E. So, yeah, Brianna Caitlin Powers. It says on her court documents, which I played a few minutes ago. She's in court today, and she might actually be in jail. Because I think before you came in, I read all her court charges this month. Because she has like 6 different things going on. She has court today, on the 4th, on the 9th, on the 16th. And there's a whole multitude of charges that don't sound like she'd be able to stay out. But, you know, what do I know?
Day that know that that's what happened, and I also can share who the girl was that we stayed at her house at when this happened.
Me too.
After it happened,
it should be looked
I don't know if she
into.
knows the story or not, but she's an amazing person as well, and hopefully she didn't get dragged into any of her BS. But we were heading out. I like packed up my stuff. She packed her stuff, and we were on the way out, and she was like, do you mind if I stop?
So Abby, today, one of the things that she was supposed to have done in court or was a competency hearing.
At the ATM, or do you mind if we stop at the ATM really quick, or a bank anywhere nearby? And I said, yeah, that's totally fine. On the way out, right? And then she starts proceeding to tell me that she, like, one of her friends was accusing her of stealing a high amount, thousands of dollars.
12,000.
We're not talking about $2,000-$3,000. We're talking about thousands of dollars.
12,000.
And she kept denying it, and I was like, I just got a weird feeling as soon as she started talking about it. Like, I could usually tell when she was lying, but this time, like, something really felt off. And she ended up having me stop at an ATM or a bank, and she pulls out about, oh, you can't even see, a very fat stack of hundreds, about maybe $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 worth.
That she stole from her friend.
Hundreds. I would honestly say at least 6 to 7. At least 6 to 7. And she deposits this money. And I'm sitting here like, Did she?
Hey, you know what? I wonder if where she stole 12,000 allegedly from the friend, and here's a witness. A witness. You can definitely take someone to court for this. That said she saw her with thousands. She's guessing around 6,000 that she wanted to deposit in the bank, and that's weird in itself too, because that's a paper trail. You know what I mean? That can be looked at in court. They can subpoena or whatever to the bank records. That shows they'll be like, "Where did you get that money?" You know what I mean? Sounds like she struggled a lot with money and bills and stuff and priorities, but I wonder if she took some of that stolen money and that's how she did her Brazilian butt lift, and the extra money that she had left went into the deposit. Just wondering.
Fucking steal her fucking money. Dude, I really wonder if she stole her money. Whole fucking way there. Whole fucking way to Vegas. I'm sitting there, like, in my head, can't stop thinking about it. We get there, and, like, things just, like, I don't know. First, she was being cheap as fuck. Like, she didn't want to spend money on, like, gas. Like, she literally gave me, I think, maybe $45 for the whole trip for taking my car. And she didn't want to work. She didn't know how to hustle in the club at all. So it was a whole fucking shit show. Okay. We get there and we're like staying at this girl's house that dances out there, and she's actually a pretty dope person. I can't really share about her because I haven't talked to her in a long time since about when I left. But she's an amazing person. And Surviving Bree.
Well, I think there's a part 2 right here. Part 2.
And mind you, like, when she got that abortion, she was like set that her and Bezos were gonna work out. Like, she thought that because she did that, she was gonna finally get to be Bezos or whatever. But
for sure, anyone that does a deep dive, I'm down for it. Or if you need any help or anything, for sure, it deserves to be looked into. That baby deserves justice if that really happened.
In Vegas, she was literally sending pics to, like, down there,
crotch pics
of her to, like, guys and shit. And I was like thinking in my head, like, you want a man, like,
she's sending vagine pics.
Why are you doing that? And then she would talk about, like, I swear she was talking about that Arab guy too. Maybe it wasn't him, but like she's obsessed with Arab men, by the way. But I had reached out to Bezos and was like, dude, I feel like she's lying to me. Like, I feel like everything that she's been telling me, even about your guys' relationship, because she would say that he essayed her and did stuff like that to her. And but she didn't know while we were in Vegas that I was talking to him and asking him questions, right? Well,
yeah. Yes.
I don't know. Somehow it came out, like, getting home or whatever. I said something. I was like, dude, I just feel like you're lying. Like, I don't feel like that's the truth. Like, I feel like you stole that money from Ariana Bell. And sorry if I said your name wrong, but she's like, no, I didn't. Like,
snatch.
We start fighting over message because by this time I had dropped her ass off already at home and had her stupid ass heels in my car, and she wouldn't stop blowing me up those heels, even though she could barely even walk in them. She couldn't even. I'm not even gonna talk about her character. What about that or whatever? But she was harassing me to get these stupid heels back, right?
Do you notice the pattern back in the beginning when I started? There was this whole blow up with a guy over keys, and she blamed him and called him and texted him 150 times while he was sleeping, accusing him of stealing her keys when she went over their house to join them for a fire and then left. And come to find out, her keys weren't even there, but she harassed this guy. I see a pattern of, you're an adult and you're responsible for your own shit. It's not your fault you left your damn hooker heels in this broad's car. Get your own hooker heels, you know?
And she was like threatening to beat my ass because I had talked to Bezos about what had happened, about her lying and stuff. And she was like, that is my money. It's my money now, bitch. She told me that about this girl's money.
Admission.
So I know for sure she took the money, right? And it's just like,
wouldn't that count as admission? And she's a witness. It's my money now, bitch. I mean, literally, she admitted it. That's $12,000. If someone took $12,000 out of your purse, wouldn't you pursue something in court to get your damn money back? I mean, there's small claims. People go to court for much smaller amounts of money.
like a lot of things like about her character, like I really started to question. And then she started
I could
saying,
use 12 G's.
Like, I'm gonna tell the internet that Bezos raped me and blah 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 blah. And mind you, like, she called my house on Christmas Eve in, like, what was it, 28, it could have been 2018 or 2019, and was telling me, like, let's go, I think it could have been 2019. She was like, let's go and like run my car into his dealership, into all those cars. I'm like, my mom heard her, was like, I think I mentioned it earlier, but she was like,
imagine just sitting with your girls having coffee. Let's go run our car into all those cars at the dealership. Yeah, that won't get you in jail or anything. Yeah, let's go do that. That sounds fun.
Don't be friends with her anymore. It was just like certain things like that. Like, she was trying to really get this man in trouble for things when he had really only helped her. Like, if I can remember, he assisted her with getting the AB. Like, he was there for her financially, emotionally. He was doing everything for her. So I don't understand why she would try to even throw him under the bus. But yeah, all I know is she would try to take advantage. I have more things I could say. I don't think I'm ready to all the way like speak about stuff like that, but
spill it, Lemon.
I will say she's a very terrible person, and I don't think it's mental illness. She knows that she's like this. She's an evil person. Stay far away from her.
I want the Lemon to spill the beans. It sounds like you befriend her, you become a victim. Again, I'll put the link when I'm done with all this, and you can go back and view all these screen shoots.
Some of you will recognize me. I'm one of the first people that made a video about Brepowers after she went viral for harassing that man. I did turn around and delete them because I was concerned about her targeting me and harassing me. As everybody can see, that is very common behavior with her, and I don't want to subject myself.
She'll run you over.
I expect as many people to speak up as there has been. So I do think that it's providing a little bit more of a safer space for me.
Oh, hell.
And also putting me in a better position so I can speak up for our foster sisters.
Well, pause. I think check your chaotic, your Discord, because I think I just saw signs of life.
I have known Bree since we were about 15 or 16 years old. We are the same age. We're both 27 years old. The story I'm about to share, it's not my story, but I've been trusted to be the face and voice of the story. At 18 years old, Bree sexually trafficked two of her foster sisters out. She first got them into body rubs. One of them tapped out and said, hey, this doesn't feel right. I don't want to keep doing this.
What?
The second one continued to do body rubs with Bree, and she escalated to full-on escorting Bree, which Bree was already doing. These girls were 16 at the time. Bree was 18 years old. They looked up to her, and she took advantage of that. She made money off of what these girls were doing, and she did not care about them. She only preyed on them and used them for her benefit.
Whoa, this chick's saying that she groomed her foster sisters, minor foster sisters, and trafficked them out, starting with body rubs, and then profited off of their actions. Are you hearing this? This shit needs to be turned in if this shit's real, and this needs to go to court because they're minors and they're under foster care. What in the hell? Why is this not being dealt with? DCF has to be held accountable for that. They need to speak up. They need to take this to court and everything, in all seriousness, because this ain't right. Nope.
Currently claiming that she has a nonprofit. This is not true. You can look this up. 501c3. There's no record within the IRS or any systems of her having a nonprofit. Not only
It's
is this girl a
fake.
danger to society, she's a danger to foster youth, which is a very vulnerable community.
Predator.
And she should never ever work with them or be seen as a pivotal figure for any of them to look up to.
She's a predator.
Please do with this information what you will. If anybody has any questions, I can always dive deeper into it. I'm sure some of you will recognize.
I'm just looking at what this girl's name is because. Okay, it's right here. To go back to it. Because that's not okay. That in itself, that could land her in jail for a long time, just that. I just want to, I'm kind of curious if that was followed up with. So this lady's name is at Domini, DOMINI _XL. I'll just try to remember that one. Make a note of that. I think there's something else in here about this alleged trafficking of foster children she was in a foster home with. That's really fucked up. Can you let that person know, Chaotic, that we're over here too? I don't know if you heard the other one. I might read this one because it has to do with what we were talking about, I think. As much as I can see with that little triangle there. It says, Dear victims of brepowers, I'm writing to you with a heavy heart, deep concern. If you've experienced any form of sexual assault by brepowers, I urge you to come forward and file a police report. Your courage in sharing your story can be pivotal not only for your own healing, but also for the safety of others. Reporting these incidents is vital in holding perpetrators accountable and preventing further harm. I understand that this process can be daunting, but it is essential for justice to be served. You are not alone. There's resources and support available to assist every step of the way. That we can walk towards ensuring that justice is achieved and that no one else has to endure what you have faced. Thank you for considering this important step. If you have any questions regarding the process on reporting, please feel free to reach out to myself on the Surviving Brepowers page, which is this page right here. When you're ready, please contact the non-emergency line to make your report. Damn, I really hope the kid stuff got helped. Ugh. Oh, this one's crazy. I think this is the one where she got thrown out of her friend's building. She asked her to leave and she would not leave.
So I go and pick her up from the airport, and everything's cool. Everything's a vibe. I give her my guest bedroom. So at this point, I'm annoyed because she's overstayed her welcome, and the bed she was staying
Low
in,
volume.
and the bathroom she was staying in was a complete disaster. It was so disgusting. This girl asks for a ride 2 hours away to LA from San Diego. So I have my husband go and drop her off, and on the ride, she asks my husband for his phone number and starts trying to flirt with him. So I had confronted her about the phone number thing. So not too long after, she had reached out to me again with the guy that she was sleeping with at the time, and he wanted to hire me to do makeup for several women for an Halloween event. So I took a flight out there and I got the job done. I had only spent like 2 days there and I came right back. So weeks down the line, she contacts me and she lets me know she's coming to San Diego again. And I'm like, okay, cool. At this point, she's staying with one of her friends that live out here in San Diego as well. So we all get together and we take a trip to LA. We go to LA, we have a good time, and on our way back, Bree's flipping out about the fact that her friend met a guy that she was actually interested in, or whatever the case may be. So Bree had like this kind of jealousy like vibe. So she was super mad at her friend for going to talk to some guy she had met or whatever. I dropped Bree off at her friend's house, and I go home, and the next morning Bree called me pretty much not having a place to stay. So I'm assuming she got kicked out of her friend's house. So she seemed like she was in distress and needed a place to stay like immediately. So she pretty much invited herself to come stay with me at that point, and she came over, and I was just.
Did you hear that? Invited herself to come stay over there because she had nowhere to stay. This lady didn't ask for what she's gonna get.
Like, okay. I guess I was just being a friend, I guess. I don't know. So I let her stay for a day, and that following day was her flight. That following day, I'm preparing for my son's graduation, and Bree wants to go and get a massage and asks me if I can go drop her off to go get a body sculpting massage. And I'm like, I don't really have the time for that right now. I'm preparing for my child's graduation, so it's just not going to happen. So Bree starts flipping the fuck out. Bree, why don't you just take an Uber to the destination? It's only.
Imagine the self entitlement. This lady is preparing for her son's graduation. She already let her stay uninvited for a night because she had allegedly nowhere to go. She dropped everything and let this person stay who she hardly knows. And this chick had the audacity to flip out while this lady's preparing for graduation. She wants her to drop everything and get her to a body sculpting massage because, everything's about me, I guess. This is just the self entitlement is bizarre as fuck.
Only 15 minutes
Mind
away
blowing.
and go get your body
Get
sculpting
your
and
own
I'll see you
ride.
later because I'm unable to drive you there right now. And she goes ham. With me preparing for my son's graduation, this girl flips out on me and says, well, we're in the car anyways. You can just simply go drop me off. Why do I have to take an Uber? Why do I have to spend money to go where I need to go? You're supposed to be my friend. And just starts going mad, nuts in the car.
Can't afford an Uber 15 minutes away, literally 15 minutes away, and makes a scene like this in front of her kids.
Mind you, you were initially not my guest. I offered you a place to stay because you were about to be sleeping on the street for the rest of your time being here. And I'm just being a good friend. I should not have to drive you around. Don't expect me to do anything. You're a grown woman. Get where you need to get if you are going on a trip. Be able to afford your trip, please, because that is just ridiculous. Literally, at this point, she's freaking out. She's screaming off the top of her lungs. And I'm like, you know what? This is enough. I'm not about to sit here while you scream at me and disrespect me and just say all types of crazy things to me while you're staying at my house and I'm doing you a favor all because you can't afford to take an Uber.
15
So
minutes
literally I
away.
pull up, we pack her things and she's gotta go at this point. And I toss her out. Get the fuck out. I toss her out. And she wasn't trying to leave. She was like, I'm not going nowhere. I don't give a fuck. Blah blah blah. And so I had to call security to remove her.
Can you imagine someone's at your house and you ask them to leave and you don't hardly know them and they refuse to leave and you didn't even invite them there? They invited themselves, their own ass. What the fuck? She had to call security. Now, what's next? It's pretty amusing.
From my property. So security comes and tries to remove her from the building, and she's going nuts, like literally nuts.
What the
And
hell?
here is the videos following that day.
She's lying. Just kick her out, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
I
The way
don't.
you were just recording me right
She
now.
says, I don't authorize you to record me.
The way you were just recording me right now. Uh, you're not a model.
She said, I'm a model. You can't record me. Is there some rule about you can't record models? I don't know anything about that.
We're trying to get her out of here. She's on some cuckoo. Thank you. She's making videos about me right now online. And posted it on social media.
Okay, looking ass. I think it's part two.
Blah blah blah. And so I had to call security to remove her from my
Part
property.
two.
So security comes and tries to remove her from the building, and she's going nuts, like literally nuts. And here is the videos following that day.
She's lying.
Little overlapping.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. The way you were just recording me right now. The way you were just recording me right now. Oh. You're not a model. We're trying to get her out of here. She's on some cocoon. Thank you. She's making videos about me right now online. I posted it on social media. As a 35-year-old mom.
Blah blah blah. Oh, shout out Utah because y'all be wildin'. The Mormon wives, and then there was another one. Did you see on TikTok this week the one guy that got scammed on the Mormon dating app?
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
With DJ and Bree was like, "Oh, come get your teeth whitened." That one.
Yes.
Why are they so wild? I know what that hot topics. This is not like our final. This is our final story. But...
So you obviously were on my live if you were earlier today, and someone named Osama, who is probably like the start of why Nargis and I, my sister and I don't talk, but mainly who brought Bree into our lives. And I'm just going to spill the tea. I don't care. So what I left out about Miami is the reason why Bree was even there was because Osama invited her after she stole from me. Because of course it wasn't his money. Number two, he wasn't with my sister for her birthday. Like they weren't together. And facts. We're not speaking speculation, facts. That he had slept with Bree a few times. That's why he flagged my post and then went and cried to my older brother, little baby. Osama, grow up. You're like with kids, like that you don't even take care of. Just stop. Anyway, so Marcus and Osama were kind of being lovey-dovey, and that's what started the entire tantrum of Bree in Miami. It was jealous that she wasn't getting from Osama. This is disgusting that I even talk about this, that she wasn't getting the attention from Osama that Osama was giving his own wife. Like, I'm sorry. I have said things on a live about my sister, and I've come to realize, you guys, there's no disunity amongst my sister and I. Like, we probably weren't the closest people in the world, but when she married Osama, that division came right between us, and it has always been there. And I hope to God that this move to California not only takes her to the top of the toppest heights of success, but she truly finds a man that really appreciates, respects her, and provides for her and her children. And that maybe there's some healing for me and her to do. As I mentioned,
oh, I just gotta pause before I forget. There's also another hashtag. She's also being referred to as Bree Diddy. B-R-E Diddy. Bree Diddy. Because of the alleged incidents with her and the trafficking children, allegedly, and other people, potentially.
the only people who are backing Bree up are the people who have something to do with her sexually, okay? Or have had something to do with her sexually and just don't want to be exposed. Other than that, we women and men who are victims have to unite and really, really start getting together prior to her court dates. Even at my home, I'm willing to do it. And let the prosecutor know that we want to be heard and what she's done to us. Now, she's gone on and told Osama, an ex-brother-in-law, who would back her up over his sister-in-law, who has raised and helped take care of their 4 kids, okay, without doubt. And I had to battle this guy, which, again, I don't speak just out of speculation. I speak facts, pictures, videos, you name it.
Tracy!
Why would you defend Bree? Every time I notice,
Tracy's there. Tracy, how'd you? I hope you're all right. Good to see you.
And Bezos is gonna know this, and Aziz, I know you definitely know this. Osama would always try to come and be Captain Save Bree Diddy.
Bree Diddy.
Anyway, I did get an email from a family member of hers that said, by the way, I do have a second account, but this Bree thing that I'm doing this so that I could get a following and become famous, Bree, I have a life. I have a job. I work. Um, I don't have reviews about me besides I've been to prison. And that's like the only card you've been trying to throw at people besides defamation that I murdered my husband. Yeah, please
Again, this chick's the one that Bree allegedly stole 12,000 from.
defend yourself on that one today. Anyway, so TikTok banned me till the 2nd of October. Don't worry, you guys. I'm right here. And I'm going to spill all the tea. Why are we calling her Bree Diddy? Because in the foster care that she ran away from, allegedly, she was also touching the boys and letting the boys touch her. Okay? Maybe she's like the Menendez brothers. Maybe there's a 50 chance something happened to her. Maybe there's a 50 chance she's making it all up. Who knows? But then, if she was making it all up, Bree's parents died. Okay, we've established that. Why doesn't any of her relatives have anything to do with her? Well, her relatives don't have anything to do with her because she's being accused by her own family members. I woke up to this message today, and she's being accused of, I won't say your name, but she said, Bree is my cousin. My mom and her dad are siblings. She caused a lot of craziness in our lives as well. I unfamilied her once. I sensed she was a child predator by the way she acted around my children and my nieces. She most recently got my brother arrested by showing up to his hotel in Vegas and causing a huge fight with him and his wife, started by her being inappropriate with my 3-year-old niece. If everything I see online recently is true, I believe she deserves to be in jail as well. She's dangerous. Please let me know if you know any of my if me or any of my siblings can help with the statement with courts. Bree, that's not a made-up statement by your own cousin. And to this cousin,
Okay, I gifted some memberships because I realized they refilled. Hey, you know what? BDAC got a membership. I hope BDAC's okay, actually. That's kind of interesting. He got a membership.
I respect you so much. There's no statutory limitations on molestation and rape. So my advice would be absolutely start with going to the police and getting a case against Bree. And Osama, you just need to back out of everyone's drama because Salt Lake City's had enough of you. Like, time to go to Iraq, get married, do something. I mean, the Iraqi community talks about you, the American community talks about you. And Bree, why are you running over to my ex-brother-in-law and crying a little river to him? Okay? Because we all know you guys hooked up.
I don't know a few of these people.
Secrets. So just stop. Because I'm not stopping. Because everything I say is factual. And your little live band.
Hey, Chihuahua Mom.
Care about that, you guys? Please. You don't want people to follow me. Well, people are going to follow me regardless. And they're not going to follow me for the Bree drama or the P. Diddy drama or the Bree Diddy drama. They're going to follow me because they like who I am. So have a great day.
So next.
Take 1 million. I hope.
This guy appears to be traumatized for what she's done. This is the guy that she was obsessed with. And he looks traumatized in his eye when he speaks. He looks almost like some of when he's storytelling. If you keep an eye on his facial expressions, like he disassociates.
This time it actually works. It's frustrating every time I talk. Either low storage. Last video, after solving the storage issue, I posted a 9-minute video finally. After I got done talking, manually posting it, there was no audio. I survived Chucky. Talking about Chucky truly is traumatizing.
He calls her Chucky.
Gives me anxiety. Everything that Chucky has done to me and to my friends, to my family throughout the years, to this day, it's really traumatizing. Some people should consider themselves fortunate to have only met Chucky for a couple hours, or a couple of minutes, or a couple of days. Like he's the dad or the guy that she was upset with, or so many others. Talking about Chucky is truly traumatizing. You know, Chucky always has done away with everything that they've done to me. So and that this post this video, hopefully this video audio this time, some more energy to talk about Chucky and then all the things that they've done to traumatize me, tormented me throughout the years. Talked about being an SA victim, hopefully, and talking how Chucky, after SAing me, went tried and said that they are the SA victim with what they've done to me.
He's claiming he's an SA victim of her.
And claiming it that I've done it to them. My anxiety levels is off the charts. Trying to make a video the last couple of days. Chucky is a horrible person. Is a mentally ill. Is a sociopath or a psychopath. Chucky needs to be institutionalized, but to get them the help that they need, and also to make sure that Chucky doesn't hurt any more people. And all the things that Chucky has done to me, my family, my mental well-being throughout the years, it is unbearable. Hearing some of the people speaking out helped me want to speak out, say what Chucky has done to me. And I'm sure Chucky's going to come out saying that it's all lies. And that alone to me is just traumatizing enough. Chucky is a terrorist in with terrorists of evil, and Chucky needs some help so they can't do what they've done to me and countless others, terrorizing people. Chucky is a true narcissistic terrorist, a sociopath, pathological liar. All these are alleged. It's remember, I'm not a doctor. I don't want Chuck to sue me for things that I'm saying. So everything's alleged in this video. Let's end on that. And I hope everybody has a great, amazing day. My first video. Many, many videos. I will be exposing Chucky and everything that they have done and told me that they have done throughout the years. And I truly tried loving Chucky. I felt that for Chucky. I did not know Chucky is the horrible person. Chucky having it really thinking that they were victim. I felt bad for Chucky, and I hope Chucky gets the help that they need and deserve. And we'll end it at that, I guess. Thank you, and have a great day.
I wonder if he's filed any type of charges or anything, or police reports. Because the bro is claiming that allegedly she SA'd him, and then she's going around saying that he SA'd her. But it seems to be a pattern with the men. She usually threatens them. I'm going to say you SA'd me. I'm going to say you R'd me. You know what I mean? That seems to be the pattern. Unfortunately, men get that a lot. So these look like some... Oh, no, you don't keep calling me. All right, this ain't going to work. Okay, sorry, somebody keeps calling me. Well, here you can see some ultrasound videos. I'm gonna skip it. These are actually posts that she put. She put like how beautiful the lips were, the face was. Yeah, she's so beautiful. Just look at her perfect nose and big lips. And then obviously went and did what she did, so we're gonna skip that. Let's see. I want to get back to the first one. It keeps scrolling. Let me pause it. It says, brief story post. Is this the same grandma you've been harassing and abusing? Swipe. I'm going to try to pause so I can read some of it. It says, yep, last year we installed a bunch of surveillance and security at my grandma's. She still tries to use and abuse her. She has been relentlessly calling her this past week to come live with her. She has some grandmaster plan to take the basement and make a studio in there for her to work out of. My grandma refuses. She's been subsidizing her rent to keep her away. But ever since she cut her off, she's been on a rampage. We are legitimately worried for my grandma's safety now. So the grandma was basically paying the rent to keep her away and keep her out of the house. She's trying to move in on the grandma. So that's another person that's kind of scared of her, the grandma. Next. All right, that's just some of her TikToks. Some more screen shoots.
Straight up pulled a Karen, and she called the police on me. Please come knocking my.
So this looks like is it part 2 or part 3? We already just started this, so this looks like the conclusion of this. I think it's going to show some shots of security dragging her out of her apartment. And what she does is crazy.
My door, and she tells the police that she left her phone charger in my place, and that.
Okay, let me just pause that for a minute. Did you hear that? She went and got the police because she left her phone charger in this lady's house. Who called the police to go get a charger? You can get like $bucks at any little, right? Go get you a cheap phone cord. This is absolutely ridiculous. Did this to the keys too. And her keys weren't, back in the beginning on part 1, her keys weren't even in his house. She called the cops to get the keys, and they weren't even there. They were in her own house.
She needs to be able to come inside and find her phone charger. And I'm like, absolutely not.
Cops.
While the police was there, she's yelling and screaming and trying to beg me to allow her to come back in my place so she can come and stay with me for the remainder of her hours. Mind you, her flight.
So, the phone charger was just a scam to get back in there and try to stay there.
Is in 2 hours, and the airport is literally 5 minutes away, so she could have went straight to the airport.
Get the hell out. Get the hell out of here. You gone. She's gone. She gone for now. But she'll be back.
After she literally physically gets tossed out of the building,
she
contacts me 30 minutes later, I would say, and she sends me a picture of her in my neighbor's house, followed up by, hey, guess whose house I'm in? I'm in your neighbor's house, and he knows you. And guess what? He's letting me stay with him.
Seriously. Oh, I missed that one. She went and found a neighbor to tell some sob story to. This is just crazy. What does that say? Oh, she's bragging she could have stolen from the guy. He had a stack of $3,000 cash on his counter. She's saying she could have stole from it. Okay. Weird. It looks like a high-end building, obviously. Probably people with money.
My neighbor contacts me, and he's like, I just wanted to be nice and allow her to be able to have her phone charged. And now she's coming on to me, and she won't leave my place, and she's not taking no for an answer. And I was like, well, she just got escorted out.
So she just got escorted out of the building. A half hour later, already bragging about being in her neighbor's. So somebody else in the building. She's back in the building, and now she's refusing to leave somebody she don't even know's apartment. The guy was being nice to let her in for a minute, and then she wouldn't fucking leave. This is insanity. She already got kicked out of there. Oh, you're back, Sandy. I was thinking of a couple of you that probably wanted to see the conclusion of this. All right, let's watch her get bounced again.
Out of the building.
She
I don't know why
back.
she's back in here, so I would definitely contact security if she doesn't want to leave. So he contacts security, and security goes knocking up on his door, and
Security again.
she gets dragged out once again and thrown out of the building.
She gone. Dragged out again. Harassing strangers. She won't leave. I'm surprised they didn't call on her. Like, seriously, bro. This is like a movie. The security must be pissed. She's standing on the property still. That's the front door. Probably lying to these ladies. Probably asking them for a place to stay, actually. And there's security again. You gone.
So at this point, her flight is about an hour, maybe and a half before takeoff, and she can easily just go to the airport and take off. But she decides to miss her flight and hang out outside of my building. So at this point, she gets even crazier and starts blowing up my phone with text messages, blowing up my phone with calls, just harassing me and posting all types of unnecessary drama on Instagram and just all these false accusations. Like, I was just so over it. It was just
so weird.
I just didn't have time for the drama, so I had to block her. So as you guys can all see, you look outside my windows. My place is all glass surrounding, and there's no missing what's going on outside. Just as I thought the girl was gone and had gotten on her flight the day prior, like she was supposed to, I just happened to look outside my window to enjoy some precious views, and guess who's down there at the corner?
Imagine looking out your window. Her flight was yesterday. She missed it on purpose. All she had to do was cross the street, basically. It was a small walk. She was already basically close to the airport. She missed her flight on purpose to fucking stalk and stay here. Look, there she is on the curb right there. You see that shit? The lady just looked out her window. This is like a horror movie. She missed her flight on purpose and stayed out there all night just to make her point. Like, what is your point anyway? She don't hardly know this lady. She did makeup for them once. It's weird as fuck just because she kicked her out. She got bounced out of the building 2 times and she's still right there outside her window. The next day, she's sitting there harassing passersby. This is insane. Restraining order. Hello.
She was wearing the same dress she was wearing the day prior.
Same clothes.
We had thrown her out. And she had the same dusty pink luggage and standing outside my property like some weird ass stalker.
And for somebody who's too cheap to take an Uber that's 15 minutes, too cheap, like when she traveled with her friend to Vegas, couldn't even take a Uber or anywhere. Anytime she needs a ride, she don't want to spend her own money. Imagine wasting a whole flight. I wonder how much that was. What, just to make your point? I'm sure her ticket was hundreds. And now what? You still got to get back home. You're still going to have to pay hundreds. Why would you do that?
All while bashing me on Instagram and
Psycho chick.
Crazy nonsense. I was just like,
hey, Zep.
Like, girl.
Oh, it's okay, Sandy.
On your flight. This girl was literally hanging outside my house like a freaking.
You could either just join in now, Sandy, or watch the other parts after. It's up to you, but we'll be here.
Stalker, blowing up my phone with messages and calls, and it was just freaking strange.
I think it's like a horror movie.
Stalker. Knowing me, I really don't have the mental capacity for drama, so I definitely choose my friends wisely for the most part, and to me it's always quality over quantity, so I just have to cut her off completely. overall, I feel like Bree Powers does need a lot of help. She definitely needs to be held accountable for the things that she's done to people, because the things she's done to people is just inexcusable. And I definitely believe that she needs to be admitted to a 5150.
Possible like court order institution. I can't get over this one. This is one of the ones that blew my mind a lot. Well, not more than the pregnancy one, but probably second to that. Missing your flight on purpose and sleeping all night and being in the same clothes just when the lady opens her window to look at the view and she sees the bitch on the curb the next day. What the hell? How'd she even get home? Like, why would you do that to yourself and waste all your money when you're already cheap? It's weird. Next.
Karen.
Next victim. Oh, that's right. I can't read the top of this because it doesn't let you scroll. Let me see. Nope, I can't see it. Just somebody's store, another story, screen shoot.
Hey, I think you're right. You do have a relationship with Natasha of 10 years, and I really shouldn't be like talking bad about her to you.
This is after the call.
I definitely should get to know you more before I just like drop bombs on you. And if you're down to like hang out sometime and actually get to know each other without like me talking about her, then just let me know, because you do seem like a cool, fun guy, and I do have a lot of respect for you. So
Run, guy, run. Oh my gosh. More screen shoots. Oh yeah, that's right. This is about the competency hearing. Court is today, Sandy. She's supposed to be in court right now. I was trying to get the update.
Looking for a 100K investor, minimum. Wise eyes, not a douchebag. Dang, does this thing actually work? Like, let me know. Can you hear this? Wanting someone
Now look into those eyes. That doesn't look like a crazy person, does it?
that wants to actually angel invest, not expect anything in return, nothing like sex, but maybe getting 50-50 in return investment. Yeah. I have a nonprofit that I have been fully funding
She has no nonprofit. It's a lie.
myself. Kits, time, mentorship, training, all of it for free, letting you use my products for free, etc. This foundation is for adult foster kids and survivors. I've been a self-entrepreneur model since I was 16. I passed a law.
What I think about that Kimmy Kims, I thought about that myself too, because some of them she's freckled a lot. I think some people really freckle when they get out in the sun. A lot of fair-skinned people freckle like that from, with tanning and everything. And some of it, she just might use spray makeup, and she does spray tan a lot too. And maybe some of that covers the freckles, and when it wears off, I'm not sure if it's something like that, but she appears very freckled in some and not in others. So I don't know if it's a combination of makeup, spray on makeup, spray tan, or what's going on, or when she's, close to after the sun. It could be a combination of a lot of things. That's all I can think of.
Law for foster kids when I was 17. Looking for 100K.
Nope. More threats. Okay, this is that's about the court hearing. More drama.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's called Surviving Brepowers. Like, it literally is a Me Too movement. I thought that was kind of like dramatic at first, but literally it's like surviving because she could have killed people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When you bring it back to the very beginning, and she's like, I'm going to show this to my Instagram of 120,000 followers. The audacity.
Also, like,
fucking
who's
audacity.
following her? Like, did she buy them?
That's
Is
a
that
good
why she doesn't
question.
have any
I don't
money?
know what kind of content she made before all of this.
I don't know what this is, besides it looks like a clip from somebody's show, maybe? I don't know. Okay, court update coming soon. This is not today, though.
I wanted to come on here and kind of
This lady seems to be one of the ones she really harassed a lot, and she seems to fight with her a lot and threaten her.
share my experience with Brepowers after seeing everyone posting their
oops
experiences with her. And I don't want to touch on a lot of things, and mainly because it's just not something I'm super comfortable with. I've done a good job over the years of just like trying to move past it and forget about it and stay as far away from this bitch as I can. Because I'm not scared of any bitch, but like this girl, she shakes me to my core. Like she's just absolutely insane. And I really feel for her as far as like her mental health. Like I know that there's definitely something wrong there that needs to be addressed. But it's not always excusable. So with that being said, my experience is, and this is just like my what do you call it? Sorry, I get so nervous. I don't do this type of thing, but I think she had an issue with me or had it out for me because she thinks I stole her man, which is now my husband of 6 years. They never had a thing together at all. He was in prison. She showed up one day for a visit because she found out he was in there, mutual friends, and was like showing her tits, sending him money. Like he ate that shit up. He was like, okay, like this bitch is dumb enough to send me money. Like I'll take whatever I can get. Not saying that's okay either, but like she put herself in that position. Okay, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't know my husband at the time. Fast forward, a couple years later, he ended up going back to prison for a parole violation. And during that time, she had reached out to me on a DM on Instagram. She was pregnant at this time and going through a lot of shit with her baby daddy, which I'm not sure why the fuck she reached out to me and like unpacked all of her shit on me. But me as a person, I felt bad for her because I'm like, hey, I can tell no one wants to fuck with her. Like, so I befriended her, invited her to come over. We were throwing a little get together at her house for the 4th of July. She ended up coming to pick me up from my house. We went back to her house and got ready, which was whatever, I guess. Like she seemed nice, like we got along, whatever. Went back to my house, hung out, whatever. After we had that party at my house, we ended up ditching that and we went to like some taco place or like this little bar and got like these really good tacos, I remember. And then I know that the part where I don't remember much else or anything at all actually is she wanted to go pull up to this hookah lounge that at the time her ex used to go to. And I don't even know the name of it. I just remember, and she was driving by the way. I just remember we pulled into this little shitty parking lot to see if we can see his car. And that's the last thing that I remember. I don't remember anything after that. I woke up and I was at.
Can y'all hear me when I switch to my cell phone? Just let me know. Before I continue, I just gotta say something. Because this one gets kind of bad. And I want to make sure you can hear me because I was gonna go make a coffee, so I switched to my phone and my earbuds. Oh, let me see if I'm added to the stage actually. I think I'm on stage. Yeah, they're both on stage. I just gotta make sure the sound works. Sound check. Okay, good. So I gotta say trigger warning because as you just heard, this woman just said she doesn't remember anything after that because there's gonna be some allegations that she was drugged and essayed and once again traffic stuff if it triggers anyone, just like she did to the foster kids. And she actually had, I believe from memory, if I remember correctly, told this woman she did it too. So I don't want anyone to get triggered. So yeah, this woman's a real alleged victim of her, like seriously. So here it comes. Yeah, trigger warning. Hey, Raindrop.
I want to say, I think I was on 45th at some like tracks or whatever. And my clothes are ripped. I had called a mutual friend who is a cop and was at my house that night. He came and picked me up and took me home. Told him the situation. I didn't end up going to the hospital until the next day to get a kit done, which, say what you want, I don't know. I didn't even know what had happened because I woke up at the tracks. I wasn't like saying any accusations from the beginning. I just didn't know. But in a nutshell, her ex had reached out to me and told me that she had actually called him and was bragging about selling me to some dudes for $500 that she sat and watched, which I will post those screenshots.
So she's alleged drugged and told people and bragged about it that she sold This woman, while she was drugged to 3 men for $500, she pimped her out for $500 while she was drugged. What the fuck?
As well. And I think after that, I just shut down and I didn't want to say anything because, of course, she had all these followers. I didn't know like her history or like the things that she would say about people. Like, I didn't want this thing to be blasted. I didn't want people to know my business or like what happened to me. Like, it's embarrassing. I didn't want to have to like go online and defend myself. I have seen her post things about her exes, about them saying her, beating her, like all these crazy, wild bullshit stories. She's even posted things about me a couple times that I'm a liar. And I think with that experience that I had with her and trying to just like bury it beneath the surface and forget about it, I didn't want that to be brought up and like have my whole business exposed and like people know what happened to me, because it's just embarrassing. And that was just a really hard time in my life. I was going through a lot at the time, and it just wasn't something that I was ready to open. But seeing everyone now share experiences with her kind of makes me feel safer to tell mine, without judgment. So, and again, I don't shame on mental illness. I do believe that she is mentally ill severely and needs help. But seeing all the shit that she's continued to do over the years, like, enough is enough, Bree. Like, this bitch needs to be exposed. This bitch needs to be locked up, mental facility, prison. I don't know, whatever it is. What she's done to people and what she continues to do to people is not okay. It's not acceptable. It's not like, it's insane. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a shitty storyteller. I don't know. I get a lot of anxiety when I start talking about it because it's not something I want to like rehash. But yeah, that's my experience. I wanted to come on here and kind of share my experience with Brepowers after seeing.
Sorry, I had started making coffee. Switch my earbuds. Yeah, this one's absolute insanity. I can't believe she did this to this woman. It's just absolutely insane. And I think she did it because I'm guessing she had this psychotic jealousy because if you remember in the beginning, Bree had said that, this woman took her man because she liked her husband, but they didn't even know each other at the time or whatever. So I think she harbored some deep resentment because she wanted her husband. It's just insane. Like, worse and worse. Oh, what did that say? Let me go back. I'm also brewing coffee. Oh, this person says, guys, I had to delete the post because she showed up at my place threatening to stab my cousin if I didn't delete it. She thinks it doesn't matter because so many years have passed by. For our own safety, my cousin doesn't want to press charges, but if you got to read the post, please use it. Remember the kind of evil person she is. Try to play that and pause it. Okay. This is all coming up now. She AR'd my cousin when he was 15 and she was 21. She put Xanax in his drink and used different S toys to penetrate him. He woke up disoriented and had to go to the hospital to get his wounds taken care of. This scarred him for life, unfortunately, and she threatened to hurt him if he said anything. So he just kept quiet until recently. Pray he gets justice one day. I didn't even see this because I haven't been reading the screenshots. So there's another alleged SA victim. This woman's like a serial psycho, allegedly. I'll say allegedly, but look at how many victims are claiming to have been assaulted, drugged, SA'd. She's trafficked people, allegedly trafficked the woman we just watched to 3 men for $500. And now here's another one. I mean, this is absolute fucking insanity. I told you we haven't met anyone on YouTube like this. Wow. I don't know.
I'm tired of calling the cops because of you. Get away from me. Stay the fucking way. Don't touch me. Hell fuck no. Disgusting. Ew. No. No. Stay. No. I'm tired of calling the cops because of you. Get away from me.
Oh.
I wanted to come on here and kind of share my experience with Brepowers after seeing. I wanted to come on here and kind of share my experience with Brepowers after seeing everyone posting.
No. I'm tired of calling.
Sorry, they're all auto playing. I'm gonna switch to something else. I just gotta finish my coffee that I just started making. I guess we watched all videos on this page itself. So now I'm gonna switch to something else on her, but just let me grab my coffee. Yeah, just give me a quick moment. I'll be right back. Just chat amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm back, and I just realized we missed something I wanted to see. It looks like we've caught up on all these TikToks. Let me see. Yeah, we actually did on the whole page. Let me see if I can share this. That's how you do it here. Copy the link. I want to put this in the chat in case you want to keep up with this daily. This is where people are now coming out. It just started with one person posting their story. People caught on. It went viral. The people of Utah are concerned. So this is the link to follow that channel. So every day this particular channel has been posting. People are posting the hashtag to go over there so they can kind of document it. It's now turned into like a documentation page, which is good. But some of these allegations are alone could put you in jail for a long time. So I hope all these SA charges get followed up on. The one with the infant, I just can't understand. Now, let me see what this Reddit one was. This was charges filed May 31st. That's a lot of charges right there. Now, what else do I got here? Oh, this is an article. I think I don't remember if I read this one. I think we already talked about it. This was published January 11th, 2021. Salt Lake woman angry at being told to wear a mask and punched a customer, police say. I think she's finally going to be facing that this month. Powers went to Beach's tanning on Sunday but not have a mask. Employees told her she could not be in the business without a mask, and after some words were exchanged, Powers left the business. She then came back later with a mask but still had words for the employees. Powers essentially told the employees that they could not force their political views on her, while employees told her they were following state health department rules so they wouldn't be shut down, according to police. Both sides admitted they got mouthy and exchanging swear words with each other. The employees told women to leave their business. The argument became heated enough that the other customers of the tanning salon tried to intervene. One man put his hand on Powers' shoulders as he tried to lead her towards the door, and Powers responded by punching or slapping the man in the throat, according to the sergeant. After the employees got Powers outside the business, they locked the doors behind her. Powers called police claiming she had been assaulted. See, that's what she always does. She assaults and hurts people and then says they do it in all kinds of ways. SA, you know what I mean? She swaps it on the other people. I mean, there was multiple people claiming SA in that page that we just followed and watched all the TikToks. It's just a complete insanity. There's money allegations, stole $12,000 from one person. Ugh. All right, that's one. What do we got over here? Okay, so she has this alleged, what is it, a GoFundMe, which is crap. I'll read it in 1 second. Adjust my chair here. What are you doing, crazy dog? What are you doing over there? Okay. Empower foster kids and survivors with Brianna. There's a goal. Here's the goal, guys. $85,000. What you need 85 grand for, lady? Unity Crew Foundation is a nonprofit program. It's a mentorship program providing free education to adult foster kids and domestic violence victims or sex traffic victims. Isn't that rich? Really, lady? Unity Crew Foundation is not a 501c3, but Unity Crew could become a 501c3. Self-made Utah foster kid Brianna Powers, who passed the normalcy law for foster kids at just 17 years old in the state of Utah, runs and coordinates this program. She understands the needs of young women and men that have been through trauma. She's also diagnosed with ADHD, so she's understanding of learning disabilities. She brings perspective to the youth. Life as a young lady who had foster parents throw all of her stuff on the front lawn the moment she became a legal adult. I bet they did. She's a self-made and also had to go through many hard trials so she could be able to share her experience with others and help others get through their hardships. Brianna has been struggling with suicide since she was a kid when her parents passed. Yeah, she's here and she fights every day to make herself better, to make the world a better place for everyone. Show your support for this GoFundMe. Now, what exactly do you get out of that and what I just read that she would need $85,000 for? Because from everything I've read and looked into, there's no alleged, it's not real, okay? And I checked the donors. Last I looked, there was nothing. Yeah, no. There are no donations that I can see of this $85 request. And the funny thing is, when I went down and looked, let me roll it up so my little picture's in the way there. Notice how they were talking about Brianna like somebody else was writing this article, right? Third person? No, the organizer is her. She wrote this. In third person. Duncan's doing some grooming that. Look off behind Duncan. So she wrote this about herself, and it's kind of weird. Does that mean I can apply because I was a foster kid as a grown-up? Can I sign up for your fund? It makes no sense to me. Let's see. Nothing else on here, but I thought you'd find that interesting. Okay, we already saw that one. We got the court. I wonder if there's anything updated on court. I think this lady, let me see this lady's TikTok. I don't know because I got this all together. I remember this. I don't know if it's in the ones that I already showed. Let's see. I'll play this one just because I can make it bigger. I'm cutting out. Okay. Maybe I'll wait a second here. But can you hear my laptop playing? Can you hear the sound for the clip? I don't know if I played this clip already because this one says it's 17 and a half minutes, and I don't recall playing one that long on the TikTok page. So I'm going to let this one play. I'm going to wait till it's back. We're probably nearing an end to this because I think, I've already gone through all the pages. I've showed the court documents, a couple news articles, her fake or allegedly fake GoFundMe. She has no legal 501c3 or whatever. And I'm back now. If it starts cutting out, I could always back it up a little bit. So I'm going to play this and it will probably be concluded soon. And I'm very aggravated that I forgot about the 2 o'clock press conference, so I might have to do that after if y'all want to still hang in there. But or I don't know if I should bother doing it separate, but I want to see that press conference. Oh wait, I also wanted to say, oops, I got two mics by accident. Oh good, okay, you want to see it too? I'll find it then. I'll get it ready. What I wanted to say, so if you came in late, I gave out the memberships that I get. A lot of the only 10 ones I get, and I don't know if anyone in here got one, because the YouTube picks it randomly. I was hoping somebody might get one, but I think one person that was in here might have got one, so I'm happy for whoever got it, but I don't remember who else got it. All right, we'll continue now. Can't hear it. Can't hear the video at all. Do I have to drop it and start over? Okay, I can do that. Let me close some of these other tabs we've already watched. We've already showed the Reddit, the articles. I'm going to keep that one open. I'm just closing some of the other ones so it'll be easier to find. Yep, we're going to close that. Okay, I'll drop it and start over. It does that sometimes when I switch tabs. I have no idea why, but I'm used to it now. No biggie. We'll just pull it right up. You can do it. No problem. Should I just start it over again? If you didn't hear. This one's about, like I said, 17 and a half minutes and then done. And I really I'm going to play that press conference. I know some of you want to see it. All right, here we go. I'm pretty sure, again, that this wasn't in here. If it's a double, you can let me know, or if I recall that it was a double. But I'm pretty sure in the page that we watched, there wasn't any that was this long. So I think I found separately. I know. Okay.
Bree lives here in Salt Lake. She has for many, many years. I met her when I turned 21. Okay. I was dating a club promoter at the time who gave me a table at the club for my birthday. Okay. And he was friends with every walk of life. He introduced me to everybody, blah, blah. I was new to the club scene. So Bree was one of the people that he introduced me to. I remember the night that I met her yesterday. I remember going up to my table. Okay, I had my friends, my group of friends that I'd been friends with. That's who was invited. And she was just there. And I didn't know her or want her there. And she thought because she was friends with my ex that she could just do whatever the hell she wanted and stay there. Anyways, it was just super uncomfortable. Introduced me to her.
Hey, Dee Dee.
Did know about her before, shaking her hand officially, was that she was an escort and that she was underage. Okay, that she was using a fake ID to get into clubs and blah, blah, blah. So immediately I just didn't like her. I judged her based off of that. I judged her before I knew her because being a 21-year-old coming into the nightlife scene and getting to know all these people, you don't have as much tolerance for the dark side of it, which is the escorting, the drug dealers, the strippers, this and that. So I immediately was like, no. I was like, me and my friends are not like that. We don't do any of that stuff. Not a person I want to associate with. So anyways, come to my birthday party. My ex introduces me to all these people, and she was one of them. Said hi to her, and I was just like, ew. Like I don't want to be associated with her at all. Anyways.
She said ew.
I didn't want to be around her. I just thought she was gross. Okay. Fast forward, I become best friends with one of my ex's friends. Okay, we were mutuals, and I became best friends with her. And we were tight at the hip. We were inseparable. And this girl that I was best friends with was friends with everybody. Like everybody loved her. Okay, her and I were just together all the time. We were friends with everybody, whatever. And Bree had this apparent just it was obsessive over this girl that I was friends with. So you have me, my best friend that I became best friends with, and then there was Bree kind of on the outside who was obsessed with my best friend. So these two were friends. So Bree just kind of became part of this circle of people that was kind of just around all the time. I still had my, opinions about her. I personally never got close to her, never had a friendship with her. I just kind of tolerated her because she was mutuals, right? With people that I was friends with in that scene. But she just always fucking rubbed me wrong. Like her energy is so jacked up and she's so creepy and weird, and I just never liked her. Never did. I just wasn't feeling her. She didn't like that. So super sickly obsessed with my best friend. They have their own whole story, which is, I hope one day her and I can get on here and talk about it, because the shit she knows about Bree is crazy.
Get her on.
She was really
Get her on the channel.
Way back in the day before she realized that Bree was a nutcase. So anyways, fast forward even further, I worked in nightlife during that time as well. So I used to be a bottle girl, and then I became a manager at a nightclub in Salt Lake. And Bree has just always kind of been around, right? She's always been around. I always heard weird, crazy stories about her accusing exes of, rape and abuse and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, it's just crazy. Like, and nobody really fully knew that she was psycho until now. Okay. But there was a small group of people that knew that she was off her rocker a long time ago.
I think the whole state does now.
So anyways,
the
years
whole state
go by,
of Utah.
Okay? Always kept my distance from her, stayed out of her crosshairs just because I knew I did not want any part of that. So this was about 4 years ago now.
Man, there's another presser coming. I wanted
now. I'm not sure. So anyways, she worked for me at a nightclub. Okay. I wouldn't say worked for me necessarily.
I have to pause it here because there's another presser. I wanted to see both of them today. Earlier today, this morning, I was like, oh my goodness, I got to stream both of these, but they're going to be in the middle of the show I'm going to do watch. And the judge and sheriff one's coming up too, so I might have to do it to back. I can't be missing these.
I just managed, okay? And she was one of the girls, and there was a lot of talk about how she was helping clients for tips. There was her customers would constantly complain about her bitching about not tipping enough or writing down tips that they did not agree to give her. And that's theft. That's theft, okay? That's fireable. And so being in the position
Stealing
that I was in, I had to
tips.
go talk to the owners, and the owners were like, yeah, we need to get rid of her. So it wasn't only the theft that was going on. She was constantly late to work.
She gone.
Every fucking weekend, dude.
She gone.
She'd show up frantic with all her fucking bags and shit, and she would go downstairs and she would get ready for work while we were supposed to be working already when the club was open. And we would approach her and she'd be talked to about this, like, hey, you can't be late for work. Like, what the fuck? It's unfair to the rest of the girls who have been here for an hour or two prepping for the night, and you're just showing up, getting ready. And her response to us was, I'm a business owner. You just don't understand. Like, blah, blah, blah. Poor me, pity party bullshit that she's always pulled. Okay. So anyways, it escalated. It got to the point where I just pulled her off the schedule. I stopped scheduling her. It was our way of firing her. And I was just like, no, we don't need your drama. This is bullshit. Especially when most of the people that we worked with are single moms putting food on the table for their kids or whatever. It's like, we all have our own struggles, but we still manage to be here on time and take care of shit. So this whole thing blows up. And so she I take her off the schedule. She's not coming in anymore. I'm just like, no, I'm hoping she just goes away in peace and just leaves us the hell alone. That sure as shit did not happen. I knew better. She goes and she files for unemployment. She tries to sue the club, and she hops online and just berates me. Just goes
sue the club
for like weeks. So she flies off the fucking handle. She made claims, the craziest things I've ever heard about myself. She said So I was friends with one of her exes back in the day. And this particular person is another person who she claims that she won like a $700,000 lawsuit with, which is not true.
Nope.
She claims that he raped her and beat her and all these things. And she says that he's not getting charged with anything because he has like military immunity or something. I don't know. It's a whole fucking mess, what she says. And none of it's true. I've been friends with this person since long before I met her. And
yet there's several people that have come out and are still coming out now that this page was created. It seems like people are, hearing other stories and having a little courage to speak out about her. Look at all the allegations of SA against her. It's funny how she keeps saying that, though, huh? That's like seems to be her weapon.
Yeah. So one of the claims that she made about me was that I was sleeping with.
And also, I will do bulk pressers. I already got them set up.
Her ex at some point, which is absolutely not true. And saying that he was the one that conspired to fire me, that he like tried to get close to me and told me to fire her. And I was like, no, that's not how this worked. She made videos saying that I was a drug dealer. She made videos saying that I was a prostitute and an escort. She made videos saying that I slept my way up in the club, like through management. And that's not how it works. It's like you've got bartenders and bottle girls, and then you've got someone who manages them, and then you have the owners. So like, who am I sleeping with to get here? Okay. Said all this crap. Made up all these lies about me just to try to make me look bad. I said nothing. This is actually the first time that I'm coming on here and saying something. Amongst all of the other crazy shit she's done to other people, like if you come in her crosshairs, she is going to attack you and attack you and attack you, and she will not stop. So while this whole thing is going on with her freaking out online about me taking her off the schedule because she wasn't fit to work at the club anymore, she showed up to the club. Like, you filed from unemployment, tried to file a lawsuit against the club, and then you're talking all this shit about me online for weeks, and then she showed up to go out with like her friends at the club. So she walks in with her friends, and I'm like, no, you cannot be in here. Like, you're a liability and you need to get the fuck out. So she tries to record me, and the video's out there somewhere. I think she took it down, but well, she had to take it down because I took her to court. But I walked in there, and I because she's standing on a table, and I walk in and I'm like, hey, like, you need to go. You need to get the fuck out of here. You're not allowed to be in here. No, you're not welcome here. She like puts her phone in my face trying to record me, and she's kicking me out. I'm like, yes, I am. Like, I was like, okay, you're not gonna listen to me. I'll just grab security. Like, I'm no. Security drags her out of the club, and she leaves. Freaks out about it, of course. Cannot handle getting kicked out of the club. Like, it's crazy. Like, you're coming to a place that you are insanely unwelcome, and then you throw a fit when you get kicked out. Eat shit. So anyways, never said a word. I didn't give into her stupid social media shit because I don't do that. I don't want to. So I filed defamation charges, harassment, A, B, and C. So I was like, I'll just be smart about this and make a paper trail, at least. Make a paper trail of the crazy. So she gets served with paperwork for everything that I filed against her. So she gets served the paperwork. And her next video, within 5 minutes, okay, of her getting served, she's recording it, and she's on the phone, and she's shaking, recording the paper she just got served, and you can tell it's all crumpled up, and she like unfolded it, and she's recording it. And the problem I had with that is my address was on that, and she put it out there on social media. Now I have a daughter, and I'm like, you're not going to put my goddamn address online when I have a kid. Like, you're so crazy. So anyways, I filed more charges, took her to court. And so we had to do a Zoom call court, right? So it's me and her fucking dirtbag lawyer, who God knows where she got a lawyer. He had zero skills. He helped her zilch, nothing. He did not help her at all. And on the recording, like, because you can see, so it's me, I'm in my living room dressed for court, and then we've got the judge, and then her lawyer, like her fucking free lawyer, I'm sure she found somewhere or sucked off to get him to work for her, is up here in the corner, and then it's her, and she's just sitting in her car, and her fucking phone is like this. Like, I could see her steering wheel. This is how she is in court. She's just like this, talking in court. And I'm like, what the fuck? So we start hashing out our deal with the judge. And I was like, no, here's everything you need to know. Here's all the proof, screenshots, blah, blah. They already had all the evidence. And she's lying, saying that I was texting her, harassing her, all this crap. I was like, nope, I didn't say a goddamn word to you. I didn't make one post about you. And her lawyer was like, oh, well, he just shrugged, basically. He was just like, well, I guess I don't know what to do, like, whatever. So he knew she was a bad apple. And the judge ordered her to remove all of her content about me, and that if she ever talked about me online again, I could reopen the case and she would be charged.
Which she did.
So she said, fine, whatever. Okay. So we get off the call. That's all said and done. She deletes all the videos. I don't hear from her. Later on, a few months later, I decided to pull her records. So you can like go online and you can pay to see somebody's court records. So I pulled all her records. So I can see all her collections. I can see every time she's tried to file anything in court. I can see all her fucking business. So I have all of it in a folder at home in case she ever tries to pull anything. But in that is so much shit I didn't even know. She tried to go to the court 3 or 4 times to file charges back against me, and nothing stuck. I never got served with any paperwork. And in the notes, because she wouldn't leave them alone about me, the courts and the officers, it said that they turned her away and they gave her the number for the mental health crisis phone number. So whoever was at the court was just like, no, we're not filing this. You're off your rocker. Here's a phone number for some mental health help. I just laughed. I was like, that's crazy. Like, you spend so much time and energy for what? You don't get anything out of this. So anyways, so I don't hear from her for a very long time. It all goes away. I'm like, cool. The court shut her up. They installed a mute button on her. Awesome. And then I wake up, this is probably like a year ago now, so 2 years after the whole incident. I wake up and I have notifications from her on my Instagram, and she had been up all night long trying to spread misinformation about another one of her exes. She had won some court case, and she's commenting on just random people's videos or random people's posts in Salt Lake that she won this court case, which is not true. I looked at her court records again. She didn't win shit. She keeps getting turned away because nothing she says is true. She has no evidence. She comes across my page to leave these comments. She left the comment, and then I think she realized she was on my page, and then she made another comment like, do you remember when you were fucking him, you fucking whore, and blah blah blah. Now mind you, I'm married, okay? Like that was not happening ever. So I responded back to her, and I was just like, you do know this one comment could catch you charges, right? Don't you remember the judge telling you that if you ever talked about me online again, that you would get charges? And then I had a handful of my friends just fucking go off on her, and she finally deleted the comment, and I haven't heard from her since. But this shit about her going viral with DJ doesn't surprise me one bit. This has been happening for the last 10 years. I am really glad that DJ's benefiting from it, and I hope that his business does really well because of it, because he deserves it. Nobody deserves the wrath of Brie. It's mind-boggling, and it's laughable at this point, because when my shit went down a few years ago, it kind of teetered on like, is she telling the truth or is she crazy? Like, only a small amount of people realized that she was out of control and a liar. And now that it's going fucking viral, I'm like, yes, finally, yes, we all can see the truth, and everything you say can be disregarded. I do hope that she gets help someday, because here's the thing is, like, although she's a piece of shit, I do see that she's suffering, and she has been for a very long time. Yeah, she came from a hard childhood, obviously, There's some of the things that she's done her entire life, and I think a lot of it does stem from her childhood, and I think she has some serious mental health issues, and I hope that she can seek to, you know, rectify the damage that she's done and eventually seek professional help. She, in my opinion, is 100% a danger to people. I think that at some point, because she has no self-control, I think that at some point she might actually hurt somebody or kill them, to be honest with you, just based off of what I've seen this last however many years. It's almost been 10 years. Anyways, I hope she gets help before she actually hurts somebody instead of just harasses them.
I'm
and
surprised
doxes
no one's
them,
dead yet.
because nobody deserves that.
Okay, let me see here. My fountain's loud and everything. Okay, first I want to... Oh, did I just drop the wrong link? I think I did. Damn it. I'll just go back to that StreamYard. Here we go. It's very confusing for me when I have two StreamYards open, let me tell you. Okay, I want to see before I conclude this. I think we've covered all that. I think I dropped the link to the page, Surviving Brepowers. If anyone needs it again. I'll be sure to make sure I put it in the description. I'll do that after. I'm going to have to edit after. I'll put it in the description, comments if needed or anything like that. Any links that people might find of interest to keep following this topic if they want or see what's next. I'm going to keep an eye on what happens at court, and I'll be sure to let you guys know, give you any kind of updates when I get them. But for now, I've set up another live, and I just dropped the link in this chat right now. But I want somebody to test the link for me and see if that goes to my next live. I just want to do the presser portions and then be done. I'm going to cover both pressers. I already have them set up in a different StreamYard. I just need a confirmation that that link works, and I want to make sure that you can all jump into the next one. I didn't make it public yet because I want to see if it works, and then I will fix it and make it. It's on unlisted right now, but I'll make it public. I just need to know that it works. Is there anybody out there? Or you could just look out for it in a minute if it's, and I'll end this right now because I have it already set up. Again, I just have to adjust it. Let me see. Okay, it does work. So I'm just going to do those pressers back to back. I just don't like mixing them with things. It feels weird to me. It's taken me to your channel. All right, it works. So I'm going to end this. Thank you for listening to the Crazy Psycho. Again, I'll update you as I find information out. It just felt like too crazy of shit to not be known. Like it started going viral on TikTok. It's a big thing, I guess, but I'm not much of a TikToker. I don't know much about it, but apparently there's probably a plethora of content there. So maybe I'll explore more branches of the TikTok. I don't know. I just got to figure out how to work it some more. So that's it. I got those set up. So, and please, if anyone's live, let me know. I just want to be able to, because I could always just watch these myself. This is just for anyone that wants to watch. I know there's could be other shit going on, but I will stop it. I don't want to take all the time. I just haven't been on much lately, so I thought I'd do that. So I'm going to end this, and I'll see some of you over there. I'm going to make it public. It's unlisted because I wanted to make sure it worked first, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming. I'm not going to do an outro, actually. Oh, that's cool. StreamYard lets you pick now if you want to do it automatically. But yeah, I'm just going to end. See you later. I don't want an outro. Stop trying to make me play my outro, dang it. It's not, it won't let me. Oh, I have to take it off, I guess. There we go. I guess they made some update in here, and I can't